Is that right? Okay, then, well, let me make it very clear. Not only did he declare war on all of us, but as you see in the audience, you see those who are Muslims, Christians, those in the Jewish community, those who are a part of the spiritual systems, those who are non-religious, Democrats, Republicans, white, black, everyone all in between. This is the example that they do not want to see, but they have no choice. You use the black community yet again to push poison. You played the people while pimping us. They used our artists. They used our athletes, our singers, our rappers to ensnare the masses of humanity while saying the same old tired statement, safe and effective, safe and effective. But you never told them the science. You never told them the data. And you never allowed them to ask the proper questions, but now we are here to answer those for them. And as I close, we do know how to read. I know you didn't think we read. Even though it was illegal, I think it's been legal for quite some time. But we read the VAERS information. We read all of the data. We have debated with some of your scientists, some of your quote-unquote medical professionals, and we have found that there were so many things that you have omitted that Mr. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. outlined beautifully. But Tuskegee was not the worst. You experimented on 1,500 children in LA in the 90s. You experimented on over 20,000 black and brown women in the prisons of California. You experimented on inmates in Philadelphia. You have experimented on our people for quite some time, and as demonstrated with some of those vaccine injured, you have experimented on over 1 million and potentially over 1 billion people recently with this new quote-unquote vaccine. So this has been the mass COVID experiment. Did you hear me? I want to make sure you stand with me. I'm almost done. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, in his July 4th, 2020 address called The Criterion, he stated, quote, "If you attempt to force this on us, we will take that as a declaration of war." And before anyone attempts to take that as a soundbite and use that as a threat, let me go ahead and make a familiar quote, because you know how they do. This sounds quite familiar. I believe a founding father by the name of Benjamin Franklin made the statement that, quote, "Rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God." So I think we are in the epitome of what is called an American. I think we are following what it is called to be an American. And the last I will say here, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan warned the Pope. He warned the president at the time. He warned every member in Africa as it pertains to the leadership, and he warned all members of the human family, and he told them, we do not want your vaccine. Did he say it? Did he say it? Did he say it? So he is not one, as the most honorable Elijah Muhammad taught him. He said, don't speak for one, speak for the whole. The challenges have been issued, and not one of these medical professionals, not one of these scientists, Fauci nor Gates, have answered the challenge. But I believe from this point on, we must continue to issue the challenge. You must face the challenge. Does that make sense?